Thank you so much, sir. So someone asked, the person said, I grew up in a family with so many financial struggles, and I've tried and really want to break out from this pattern. Nothing seems to be working. Please, sir, what do I do?
See, that's the kind of question I don't like. Can I say this respect? We're real, but you can be real here. See, this kind of question, everything I've said answers this question. Because the only way I can give you another answer to this question is to go spiritual. And spirituality in the church is an excuse to not use your head. So when we ask you to be spiritual, it's almost like we're saying that offload your head and drop somewhere and put all the blame on God. We put on God what God has put on us in many of the things that we want to make spiritual. Because God expects you to solve many of the problems that you expect God to solve. There are those types that comes out not by any other means except by fasting and prayer. I agree, like Jesus said. But many other things do not require the kind of answer you want me to give. Financial circles can be broken if you take your time to understand financial patterns. I just told you my father's pattern. Part of his problem is that he feels a compulsion to give everything to everybody. Give every chance you get, but don't give everything. If you give everything now, what will you have to give tomorrow? Are you following what I'm saying? I saw that pattern in my life. I saw it. In university, I saw it. I'll have pocket money, 20,000 naira. I'll keep only 2,000. I'll give everything else. And I'll be talking to for lectures. I had pocket money. I will give everything out. I now left school, began my business. I will make 1 million, I won't say it. I will make 2 million, I won't say it. I will make 3 million, I will not say it. And all the, I don't say. Then the people I'm giving the money to, I'm seeing them, they are moving forward. So the same thing in my father began to show its head in my early 20s. And I didn't buy my first land until I was 25. And that land I bought was by force. My sister called me and said, there's one land, 2 lands in Mabuja, 300,000, 400,000, come and buy it. But that time I had made millions. And that millions, there was not even 500k left in the account. I made my first million at 25. 1 million at that time was like maybe 50 million or more now. But there was no investment. Nothing to show. Nothing to show. As the money is coming, I'm giving it. Hey, sometimes I will call you. Like, what's your name? Margaret. I was like, Margaret, no, fine. Don't tell. Any challenge? that's what I was saying. Laugh at me. Laugh. God sees our hearts. I will ask you. He said, no challenge. I'll say, are you sure? He said, no, not really. Just that my rent was mainly like 50k. But I will handle it. I said, no. I have 200k. Should I send the 50k to you? He said, okay, no problem. I will send the money. I'm telling you like real story. I will give it. I'll go and preach. Small boy, I'll go and preach. Who is managing 50k, 100k? I'll say, there's no speaker here. Okay, let me buy some. And it's a good thing. I still do it till now. But there was no balance. There's no balance. Imagine if Abraham had killed Isaac. Many times we kill our Isaac. There's no balance. So there are patterns. Who has that question? Was it you? Yeah. So there are patterns. If you no. What did you ask again?
I was saying.
I'm on track, ba? So there are patterns. If you study those patterns, you can know how to get yourself out of them. There are patterns. Yeah, you are talking about how to break the circle that their family has been broke and all that.
Yes.
So there are financial patterns. Some of your parents are lazy. You went to school, it was your uncle that paid. Your uncle that paid your school fees has 2 children. Your own father that is collecting money for school fees has 12 children. And you know that's a pattern, ba? Have you noticed? As in your father who needs help to pay your school fees has 8 children. Your uncle that pays your school fees for you has only 2 children. As though your uncle doesn't like children. Then you don't give birth. Say, I like the way we grew up. When we sit down to eat like this, 8 of us, we sit around my father. Now, do you know how much rent is now? No, do you know school fees now? Your uncle sent your father 12,000 for your school fees. Now it's 1.2 million. Can you pay it? With 8 children. Do you know that children now demand more attention than your time? See, I like when the house is full. You are repeating a pattern and then you are wondering why your life is the way it is. So sometimes you have to sit down and check the patterns that you are allowing. How are you spending your money? See, if your father was beating your mother and you get angry with your fiance and you say, the next time you talk to me like that again, it's a pattern. It just began. Today you hit the wall. Tomorrow is how you hit. The moment that thing happens, man, take yourself inside and talk to yourself for 8 hours. Apeh, you must repent. This thing, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. You say, no, but I didn't touch her now. That wall you hit is exercise. You are rehearsing. I see what I'm saying? If your father was hitting your mom, you watch your heart. Even the way you speak. Because sometimes when you bottle too much into your heart, your hand will react. I don't want to talk much, so I'll just show you. Then he said, what? He said, but why would he said, no, she was talking too much. I have to stop her. Just, if she's talking too much, tell her to stop with your mouth. Why are you using your hand to stop her now? So it's a pattern. I see what I'm saying now? Some of you, your mom didn't know how to talk to your father. And you have begun that same pattern. Not even in marriage, even in relationship. The way you're able talking to your fiancé now is showing a pattern. And you won't address it because you don't believe you can ever be your mother. But you're already showing the pattern. So there's a spiritual side of it, but many of the times it requires more than spirituality.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.